Ah, the Emmys, the glitz, the glamour, the incessant hunger that all of our favorite celebrities are feeling all night because for some reason there's no dinner served at this 5-hour-long event. There's nothing like Hollywood, baby. What's up, y'all? It's Emile Ennis Jr. here with Clevver News, and we're just hours away from the red carpet and the 71st Annual Primetime Emmy Awards. So, while we're finishing up our brackets and pouring our first few glasses of champagne, I wanted to take a moment to look back at some of the most iconic moments that happened at the Emmys over the past few years, because Lord knows there's been a lot. Like, I loved last year's Emmys so much that I would put a ring on it, and that's just what Glenn Weiss ended up doing. The director of the Oscars won the award for directing for Best Variety Special last year, and during his acceptance speech, he actually proposed to his girlfriend, Jan.
You wonder why I don't like to call you my girlfriend? Because I want to call you my wife.
That happened early on in the night, which led to this hilarious exchange between the two lead actors of The Americans when Matthew Rhys won for Best Lead Actor.
Finally, to the woman who truly got me this award, who just stands in front of me every day and puts up with me. She said, if you propose to me, I'll punch you clean in the mouth.
That woman that he's talking about is his girlfriend and co-star on The Americans, Kerry Russell. The two met while they were filming this show and have been together since 2014. And to further the theme of weddings, at last year's Emmys, Alex Borstein of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel wore her 20-year-old wedding dress to accept her award for Outstanding Supporting Actress. She told Glamour on the red carpet, "This is actually my wedding dress. The marriage didn't last, but the dress did." I mean, talk about a burn to see your ex-wife on the new happiest day of her life accepting an award in the wedding dress that she could have been going home to you in. Sorry to that man. Also, this one's out of left field, but remember that creepy Teddy Perkins impersonator? Teddy is a fictional character from Donald Glover's Atlanta. He's a murderous recluse who lives in an abandoned and falling apart mansion. Teddy is played by Donald himself in the series, so naturally people thought that it was him when he came to the ceremony in full Teddy cosplay. Except it wasn't him. The episode that ended up getting nominated for the Emmy that year was titled Teddy Perkins, so I guess it was only fitting that Teddy himself show up. To this day, who is behind the prosthetics remains a great mystery. Some people believe that it was Donald's co-star Lakeith Stanfield who came dressed as Teddy. Lakeith was spotted on the carpet but not at the actual event itself, so that's really the best guess that we've got for you. Emmys 2017 was one for the books though. First of all, look at how comfy and cozy Felicity Huffman and William H. Macy were getting. Boy, how things change. Jane Fonda also hit that carpet with a high pony that would give Ariana Grande a run for her money. I mean, she really said thank you next years before Ari invented it. We were also blessed with this cape, this smile, and tons of Big Little Lies love. We were introduced to Shailene Woodley, the reader.
I'm a reader, so I always read a book instead of turning on my TV.
Nice. Also that year, Riz Ahmed became the first Asian man ever to win an acting Emmy. Let that sink in, the first Asian man ever. He won the award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited Series or Movie for his role as Naz in The Night Of. Also that night, Nicole Kidman kissed her co-star Alexander Skarsgård right in front of her own husband. Poor Keith. But 2016 gave us sweeps across the board for The People vs. O.J. Simpson. On top of winning Outstanding Limited Series, Sterling K. Brown, Sarah Paulson, and Courtney B. Vance all took home an Emmy for the Ryan Murphy Anthology Series. Courtney even shouted out his wife Angela Bassett during his acceptance speech.
To the woman that rocks my chain, Angela Evelyn Bassett, this one is for you, girl.
And of course, we can't forget Jimmy Kimmel hosted the show that year and got 7,000 homemade peanut butter sandwiches for the hungry crowd, which was aptly delivered by the kids from Stranger Things. And let me tell you, it's lucky for us that we got to see that happen while it did. Jimmy would have had to pay Millie Bobby Brown an upwards of $14 million if he wanted her to deliver sandwiches in 2019. What else happened that year? Oh, Juliana Rancic got an answer she wasn't expecting.
All right, before I let you go, who are you wearing this evening?
Vivienne Westwood, Tom Ford shoes, and an OB tampon. Woo!
2015 gave us the hottest Emmys ever though, and guys, I don't mean that in a good way. I mean that in the Olivia Colpo almost fainted on the red carpet way. I mean that in the they had to give fans a way to cool people down way. But that didn't stop Amy Poehler from wearing a hoodie indoors. I mean, it was so hot that John Hamm had to crawl up the stage. And while Jimmy Kimmel ate an envelope, Andy Samberg ate something else.
Here's my impression of the last season of Girls.
So the past 4 years have been pretty memorable, but what am I expecting during this year's ceremony? I think Billy Porter will come rocking another magnificent dress like he's done at the Tony Awards, the Oscars, and the Pose Season 2 red carpet. I mean, he's really giving Rihanna a run for her money with these red carpet looks. And speaking of turning looks, Catherine O'Hara better grab one of her Moira Rose wigs off of the Schitt's Creek motel wall for this Moira Rose crazy wig pick. I also think we're gonna get some serious Game of Thrones nostalgia and maybe a heartfelt moment on stage from the cast. almost all of the lead actors are presenting this year. And that's because there's no host this year, which means that the audience will certainly go hungry. Patricia Arquette and Patricia Clarkson are gonna have a battle of the Munchausen moms when they go up against each other in the supporting actress in a limited series category. You know, they both played characters this year that intentionally made their daughters sick. Sorry, spoilers. Henry Winkler last year won his first ever Emmy for Barry, and even if he doesn't win again this year, I think he's going to have a pretty good sense of humor about it. Abby and Alana from Broad City are seriously going to bring the funny, but I bet there will be a lot of heartfelt moments as well as maybe some political discourse, some teary-eyed speeches, and a touching in memoriam tribute to people like Cameron Boyce, Luke Perry, and Doris Day. Zendaya is presenting, so you know we're gonna get some killer Euphoria makeup looks, and I think we'll all get a lesson in humility watching Joey King walk the red carpet for the first time. You know, after she cried finding out that she was nominated. Good for her, man. But guys, I have to know, do you have any other predictions or maybe favorite moments from the past I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments section below. And then when you're done with that, make sure you subscribe to Clevver News so you can get all of our Emmy coverage as it happens, and click that bell so you never miss a single thing, and then click right over here for even more news. Thanks for watching, guys. You can find me at Emile Ennis Jr, and I'll see you soon.